Okay, here we have the HobbyKing Walrus. Picked it up from the Australian Sydney warehouse a couple of weeks ago. Went for $103 roughly, plus delivery. So not a bad little plane. First go at EPO models I've had. Overall went together very well. No complaints about how it arrived. It was well packed, no damage, and arrived in 4 days. Took an afternoon to put together. Probably wouldn't have taken that long even if I hadn't decided, as I'd seen with some of the online forums, suggesting perhaps just to tape along the edges of the control surfaces. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's kind of an extra film of tape that I've put along each of the surfaces on top and bottom, just so that with the flexing that the foam joins last a lot longer than they should. The tape, just some basic heavy duty packing tape that I picked up from Bunnings. So it seemed to work very well. Took a little bit of time to put them on. Obviously you've got to make sure you fold the tape through all the joins, otherwise they won't move properly. Other than that, really the only other changes I did to the plane were the covers on the control servos in the wings, the flaps and ailerons. Basically, if you put them where they've suggested, they will actually, the servos will hit against the actual plastic covers at the back. So I've moved them across a bit and back a bit so that when the servos go full throw, they actually can go through their full movement without actually knocking or binding. The back went together quite easily. A bit of zap with the foam kicker on it and it went well. The physical insides, obviously you're designed to take the 2.2 battery, which I picked up with the plane as well. I've actually seen a few people online talking about obviously needing to tie down the batteries in certain ways. I just got a couple of bits of Velcro and just some epoxy resin straight onto the foam in the plane, and that'll fit in nicely there now with the batteries tied down, locked in and nice and tight. It's not going to come out, and even more if you put the battery in the right way, it won't slide down into the back of the plane, and the airflow will still come through this air hole there to let a bit of air come through and cool the battery down, hopefully. The actual receiver I've put way down in the back of the plane, and to get the extra length, because they don't give you a large length coming off the controller, off the back, I think it is. I've put in an extra 15cm servo cable that runs down to the back of the thing to the transmitter. So that's the HobbyKing Walrus. Looking forward to getting it in the air in the next week or so when the weather's better, and we'll see how it goes.